Hello, once again, this is Arvin Alonso demonstrating to you basics of IT application tools. In this video presentation, I would like to discuss the measures of central tendency. Okay, so we first discuss arithmetic mean, or simply called the average or mean. So we have two sets of data here: the weight of players with 25 respondents and their corresponding ages. So we will try to get the of average weight of players and average age of players. I will show you two different ways to get the average. Of course, the first one that I would like to show you is to use the long method, which is getting the sum first of all the values. Say for example, from sum of B2 to Z2 divided by, since we know the number of respondents, which is 25, we can directly type 25 and then press enter. So we have an average weight of players which is 78. So the same with this age of players equals sum of B4 to Z4 divided by 25. So we have an average age of players which is 34. The second formula is simply using the average function, and that is equals average B2 to Z2. Then we have equals average B4 to Z4. So they are the same. But actually, these two formulas can have a different value. Say for example, respondent 10 did not answer the weight together with each age. You now notice that there's already a difference. Here, the average weight of players becomes 75, while here it's still the same. Okay? Say for example, I'll remove this one. You notice that it also changes. What is the difference? Here, the sum of all of the values, including those cells that has no value, will still be divided by 25. Mean to say those cells that has no value has, or Excel treated it as zero value. Okay? While for the average function will not consider those cells that has no value, in which the two formulas now has or may produce different values. Okay, so that's for arithmetic mean. Also, we have what we call geometric mean. So what is the geometric mean? Geometric mean is simply first getting the log of every value and then get the anti-log to get the geometric mean. So first, we can make use of log function. We can make use of log 10 if you want to, base 10. Or if not, we can also make use of simply log A2. And then put the base if you want to. But by default, it is base 10. So we can just simply have log of A2 or log 10 of A2. So we follow this one, and then we just click and drag. Okay, after getting all the logs of the data values, we get the sum, and then we get the geometric mean by looking into or getting the anti-log of the sum of all logs divided by the number of items or values. So here we will have equals 10 raised to, we make use of the current symbol F1, which is the sum of logs, over 10. And what is 10? 10 is the number of values or items in the data sets. So we have a geometric mean of 65.90064. Or we can simply make use of geomean, and then get the range of values, and that is from A2 to A11. Now, let us just look into the difference between a geometric mean and an arithmetic mean. For arithmetic mean, we have the average A2 to A11, and we have 68.1. So there is a difference between the value computed for geometric mean and the arithmetic mean or the average function. Next is, let me demonstrate how to compute weighted mean. We have these data sets, and there are 150 responses for the two questions. How does the use of Facebook groups help you in your study or learning, particularly in business statistics class? How did you like the idea of using Facebook groups to support the on-site teaching and learning for the graduate school? So assuming that these are the responses using a Likert scale, 5 as the highest and 1 as the lowest. So the first thing that we're going to do here is to count how many are responses are there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we make use of the count if function. The range is from B2 to, let us check, FO2. So we can just type FO2, comma, criteria 5, and close. Or if we like, we can make use of B11 as our criteria. And then here we just press F4 to make it an absolute reference. Enter. So we have 96, so that we can just copy and paste it here. So 96, 70, 3, 1. So we have 170 all in all. So for the second question, we can also have, anyway, we can copy this one and then edit it here, paste. Then the criteria will still be B11. Enter. Copy and paste it here. So what would be the weighted mean? The weighted mean is multiplying the frequency times the weight here. And the weight is 5 for this column, 4 for this column, 3 for this column, 2, and 1. So to compute the weighted mean, we can have uh, B12 times B11 plus C12 times C11 plus D12 times D11 plus E12 times E11 plus F12 times F11. Okay, we will have an open and close parenthesis here, divided by 170. So, we have 4.535 as the result for this question on how does the use of Facebook group helps you in your study or learning, particularly in business. Meaning to say that uh, the the use of Facebook group is very helpful to the students. So the same as true with this, we can copy this one, paste it here, and just edit. So we make use of B11 here, enter. So we also have 4.71 for this question. So that's how to make use of weighted mean. In computing your grades, for example, with corresponding unit number, you also make use of this weighted mean as a formula. Now we will have the mean, median, and even mode for this set of data. So we have data values 4 to 34. So we have 30 data values to compute, for example, the mean, median, and mode. So first, we are familiar with mean. So we make use of average, B8 to B37. So we have 24.133. The median would be median B8 to B37. Yeah, okay, 37. So we have 21. And for the mod equals mod B8 to B37. So we also have 34 as its result. Now, going back to mod, what if there are two or more values that has the same occurrences? So, for example, in this set, we have mod J8 to J26. So we have 5. But if we try to look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 fives, and there are also 7 fours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there should also be another value for the mod here. So to get that, we make use of mod. But first of all, let us assume that there are two or more mod values. So, for example, we highlight 4 here equals mod that mult, and then B8, J8, I should say, to J26. Control Shift Enter. So you notice now that 5 and 4 has the same number of occurrences. So the value for mod here is 5 and 4. If there are no more values found with the same number of occurrences, it will give you the result NA. So you can just remove this one. Oh, cannot be removed. So that's it. Now, last example. So we have this one equals average average n8 to n17. 28.5 equals median, the center. So what's the center of these values? N8 to N17. And for mod equals mod N8 to N17. None. So there is no value that occurred two or more times. Say for example, we change this one into 26. You now notice that there is a value for mod. Okay? So this is mean, median, mode as measures of central tendency together with geometric mean and weighted mean. I hope you learned something new in this video presentation. God bless everyone.